Hello everyone and welcome to Life Transformation UK. My name is Ben and I wanted to talk about a slightly different topic than what I normally do. So I'm normally very much about self-improvement, self-esteem. I recently did an entire 7-course video series on how to raise your self-esteem, and that's the kind of thing that I tend to focus on. But I do think that it's very, very important that I am as honest as possible about the overall idea of self-improvement and where the potential problems lie in the self-improvement community. Because just like every other community of people out there, there are bad actors and there are bad ideas, and I feel that it's particularly important to point out these bad ideas when they happen or where they have happened in the past, so that you can be aware of them and so that you can try and move past these bad ideas, because some of them can really keep you where you are for a very, very long time. And that is very much the case with what I want to discuss today, which is positive thinking and how it can really, really hold you back in your life. So in my personal opinion, positive thinking is not really a good thing. It is quite possibly one of the most toxic ways that you can think when it gets to its extreme level, which oftentimes it does. It seems to be one of the only forms of delusional thinking that most of the self-improvement community seems to be 100% okay with. And again, in my opinion, I do believe that positive thinking is a delusional way of thinking at almost every level of it. So when I was in university, that was when I really started to get involved in self-improvement, and I was reading everything that I could get my hands on, and everything was saying positive thinking, that's the key. Positive thinking, positive thinking, positive thinking. Don't let negative thoughts in, don't let doubts in, don't let your mind drift towards the negative in any way at all, because that is going to derail your progress. Don't let negativity into your life, don't let toxic people into your life. And on the surface of it, that makes sense, which is why so many people, and even myself, buy into or have bought into positive thinking. It sounds like it should work. If you think positively, then more positive things will come into your life. There's just one problem with it. Most people don't agree with that, and the world itself, if you spend 5 minutes reading through BBC News or CNN or whatever news outlet you watch, you will quickly come to realise that the world is not a positive place, and positive thinking cannot improve it. And it took me a very, very long time to realise this myself. It actually took me right up to the point where I was really distancing myself from my family because they didn't kind of see positive thinking in the way that I did, and I thought that I was right and that they were just negative and toxic people. And really I'm so thankful that they did manage to kind of point out to me that I was being delusional and that that's not the way the world works. Otherwise I probably wouldn't have the amazing relationship with my family that I have now, which is great. It's one of the things that really supports me and guides me. And being in this place of positive thinking and not letting any negativity in, and distancing myself from people who are just trying to help me and support me, it very nearly ruined my life, and for a long time it stopped me from taking action and making progress. And there's a few reasons why I think positive thinking is such an attractive way of improving your life, why it's such an attractive self-improvement tool. The first thing is that it's easy. It is so easy to think positively. All you have to do is just literally pretend, and even the self-help gurus that are telling you to think positively are telling you things like fake it until you make it. Fake being positive until the entire world is butterflies and rainbows and unicorns, and from the very start of that it's really setting yourself up for a big fall, because no matter how you think about the world, and no matter in what way, there is a certain truth about it that cannot be denied, and eventually everyone catches up with what that truth actually is. And I want to make it clear that I'm not making this video to be negative or to be bitter or to discourage people, because you should be able to believe whatever you want. I just want to kind of present an alternative viewpoint to positive thinking. So the first reason why people tend to like it is that it's easy. With positive thinking, if you think positively, then positive things come to you. You don't really have to do anything. It's just a mindset shift, and that kind of mindset shift is dead easy. It just involves a little bit of practice, visualization, affirmations, all of these things which you can kind of crank out in about 10-15 minutes a day, and it's not really difficult work. And over time you can get your brain into this state of positivity just by training it day after day after day after day. It's very, very easy to do so. But it is a very dishonest way of thinking, because not that you're lying to other people about how great things are for you. Sometimes it is that. Sometimes you do find people who, in their state of positive thinking, do not tell the truth to other people, because by telling the truth of what their reality is, it's negative thinking, and that's one of the things that they can't allow according to the doctrine of positive thinking. So they lie. But it's also, more importantly, lying to yourself, because you're not being honest about where you are, what's happening, and what you need to do to attain your goals. And for most people, thinking about your goals is not going to get you to them. I also personally believe it's a very, very disempowering belief system to have, because it takes you out of the equation, and by you I mean like the physical action you have to put out in the world. It takes you out of that equation entirely, because then it comes down to positive energy in the world, and like attracting like, and the law of attraction, and you're really leaving your success up to some kind of potentially imaginary cosmic force that will decide whether or not you have been more positive than the next person along the line who's also trying to attract the same thing into their life. And it doesn't really seem to work for me in that way, and it really takes away the emphasis on personal action and striving towards your goals. So in that way, I just think it's a very disempowering mindset to be in, because you are just giving all of your power away to positive thinking and law of attraction and manifestation and all the other things that Rodney Burns and Abraham Hicks are talking about. At the end of the day, you are fooling yourself if you think that you can get away from what is called negativity, because negativity is out there every single day. It's within all of us and it's all around us. As I said, turn on the news for 5 minutes and you will see that there are natural disasters happening, there are wars, there are people starving, there are people who are also at the same time so obese it is causing them massive health issues. There's political unrest, there is social injustice, there is any number of things which don't make the world a particularly positive place. And that is a truth that all of us have to recognise in order to actually learn the rules to play the game. At the end of the day, unfortunately, life is hard and there is negativity out there every single day, but that does not necessarily mean that it's a bad thing. I've spoken in the past about how powerful a negative mindset can be when it comes to planning out your goals, for example, because you can forecast all the things that could go wrong, and when you can recognize where the pitfalls are, where the obstacles are, you can actually start to plan how you're going to get around them when you get to them, or how you can avoid them altogether. And that is going to massively skyrocket your progress, because you're not thinking positively and ignoring everything until you hit an obstacle, and then that's it. All of your momentum, all of your progress is done, because you didn't expect anything bad to happen, and bad things will happen. Negative events happen in people's lives every single day, and you have to be as prepared as possible, and that does mean forecasting potential negative things in your life. But that is not a weakness, that is a massive, massive strength. So in my opinion, most of the self-improvement community has this idea of positive and negative mindset completely backwards. Negative thinking can get you a lot further along. As long as you're not dwelling in it, as long as you're not making it your identity to be a negative person, as long as you're not out there always being critical and wallowing in your failures, and you can use negative thinking to propel you towards your goals, because you're seeing things that could potentially go wrong and figuring out ways to get around them, and that's making you more resilient at the same time, because you can accept failures and mistakes and setbacks as well. But positive thinking will tell you that everything is going to be absolutely fine as long as you are happy, as long as you're positive about what's happening, and that is just kind of teeing you up for a failure or a big fall eventually. So the concept is usually switched around, but negative thinking, that is empowering because it gives you a chance to take action. Positive thinking is taking that power away from you, and you alone have the power to change your life and become successful in the areas that you want. That is what I truly believe. So I'm not telling you to change the way that you think, I'm not telling you to change any of your beliefs. I would just encourage you to take on this, examine it, see if it's true for your life, and if it's true, great. If you examine and come to the opposite conclusion to me, that's absolutely fine. As long as you are making progress in your goals and moving towards the things that you want in life, then who am I to judge the way that you do it? But I wanted to create this video just to get this information out there so that it might be of help to someone. So I hope you have enjoyed this video, I hope you found it useful. If you have done, make sure to leave a like and a comment as well, letting me know what you're going to be doing to transform your life today, and also whether or not you agree or disagree with me, because I am 100% open to debate and discussion on this. If you'd like to see more videos like this in the future, make sure to subscribe to the channel as well. But otherwise, thank you very much for watching this video. Once again, I hope you found it useful, and I look forward to seeing you in future videos very soon.